For nearly a decade, operating charter flights has been a core business for VLM Airlines. Dedicated aircraft perform daily charters during the peak season with an annual turnover of 5 million euros. Last year, CityJet entered the charter arena in a more aggressive manner than in previous years. Charter manager Olivier Lamoureux.
The first thing that you have to do, your product must be known on the market. People must be aware that aircraft are available for charters. Who are the best customer? The largest customer for that is the broker. They have a large number of customers, so that's the best way to enter in the market. And you find a lot of brokers in all European countries. So those brokers are our main target, I will say. So we inform them by emails, by sending them brochure, and by contacting them directly on the phone as well, just to promote our product. So that's the first stage. Then the second stage is to receive and handle the requests that we receive from the brokers. We have to see if the flight is feasible, is the destination within the range, and then we offer a price for the flight.
CityJet has started operating regular charters with Fanfare, a sports travel company specializing in day return football matches to the UK.
We've worked with a number of different operators, but when we had the opportunity to come with CityJet, we found that the service that CityJet can offer us is superior to the other airlines that we'd worked with previous. In particular, the size of the aircraft is perfect for what we do, 95 seats, as opposed to some of the other airlines would have a lot more or a lot less. The 95 is absolutely perfect for us. When you add in the comfort of the travel as well, and the professionalism of the service, it's a great package and a great partnership.
Charters is a new thing for CityJet, I suppose, in the last year since probably the beginning of the summer. We did dedicated charters. The soccer charters is something new to us as well. We never did anything like this before. It was a good idea because basically the business model for Fanfare means their passengers are travelling when our passengers aren't. So it's generally on a weekend, on a Saturday and Sunday when we have nothing in the schedule happening on them. So basically it's a good idea. We're using the airplane when it's not flying. We're already paying for the airplane, it's already on the ground, we already have the lease costs, so it's extra revenue for CityJet.
The major concern of the cargo operator.
There are many players involved in the business of booking charters.
Charter requests come into Olivier Lamoureux in VLM, and what happens from that is he would send a request to myself and Robbie Adams to see, is it feasible for us to do it? Like, do we have an aircraft available and can we fit it in? So basically myself and Robbie Adams will have a look at the schedule, see whether there's an airplane on C-check, see if it's a gap in the schedule, and then we give Olivier, say, yeah, we think we can do it. And then he sends an email circulated around the company to all the people that are involved.
When we have some charters for CityJet, I'm the person who will deal with the operational stuff. That is the slots, airport slots we requested for the several flights. And also the handling is being requested by us. And we also check with CityJet operations if the Avro is suitable for operating in those airfields or airports. Then also we managed to get some hotels for the crew. Very important that the crew is also happy on the flight. And then the next thing we do is make a sort of flight folder for the crew. That's a crew briefing with the details of the handling companies, and then also the means of transportation from and to the hotel, and also some information regarding the client.
Is it difficult for you to organize the plane and crew compared to a daily basis?
For a charter, no, not really. We treat it the same as we would any other flight that we operate. Usually the charter is already organised kind of weeks in advance, maybe even a month or two in advance. So we kind of know what we're doing, and flights will be filed as normal, passengers will be organised as normal, handling will be organised as normal. So for us, we don't treat it any different than we would a normal flight. We just operate it the same way.
The main reason we're doing charters is because we have spare capacity with aircraft at weekends, particularly given our London City network and the restrictions on the airport at weekends. So we're trying to utilise the extra aircraft capacity at the weekends. In the past, we have done some charters out, mainly ad hoc charters, and a couple of years ago we did a ski charter series for Top Flight in the winter. What's changed this year is with VLM, we have, with their charter department and their connections, we have more opportunities to do charters out of Europe. like the Corsica, the Trieste ones, they were done in conjunction with VLM's charter department this year. We have certain fixed costs whether the aircraft are flying or not, right? You have aircraft depreciation, aircraft lease costs, salaries, stuff like that. So what we do with charters, we set the charter at a price that covers the direct operating cost of the flights and an excess cost in that. So that excess cost then is contributing towards the fixed costs of the aircraft and of crew and head office staff and stuff like that. So it's making a contribution to the fixed costs of the company.
On this day, Manchester United fans were travelling with Fanfare via CityJet to the UK for a Premiership match. Mark Burke explains why the sports fan prefers the charter route.
For a day like today, where we're going out on midday for 5:30 kick-off, as opposed to going out, say, for 6:30 in the morning, which the scheduled airlines would offer. So the flight times are very, very important to them. Second to that then is to get a good price. Everything, the extras that we do after that then, like the professional service and the coach transfers, they all make up the whole package. But the very first two things that the customers would be looking for would be really good times and a really good price. It starts here at the airport where we meet and greet the customers as they're coming in, and we provide them an itinerary for the day with contact numbers for the couriers, because it's very important that people feel comfortable during the day, that you don't have to worry about getting lost or not, finding their way back to the airport. So we have everything worked out in advance to make sure people are going to be very, very comfortable. When they arrive over in Manchester or wherever else we're going, we always provide coach transfers, which is very, very important to get from the airport to the venue. Once they're at the venue, that's their own free time then after that. But then after the game, we have a plan in place that they're all briefed on that gets them back to a specific point to be picked up from and transferred back to the airport, all in good time for everybody. So from the customer's point of view, they feel very safe that they don't have to worry about missing their flights or all that type of anxiety that can affect people when they're travelling. We take care of all that for them. So that's all the extra special things that we throw in to make their trip far more comfortable than what they can expect it to be.
We're going to see Manchester United beat Everton, 3-0 hopefully.
And why did you choose Fanfare?
Because, like ourselves, they're genuine football supporters who run the trips that are streamlined to suit the needs of the average football supporter, particularly Man United and Celtic.
And have you flown CityJet before?
I have. I've flown with Fanfare to one of the earlier matches this year, and I've flown a few times at CityJet for commercial reasons or business meetings in the last few years, yeah.
And how do you find us?
Very, very good. Very efficient. Very efficient. You always get to the point where you need to get to, and it's run quite effectively and efficiently.
It's a complete package. You arrive here, you get your boarding pass, get on the plane, you're picked up at the other end, brought to the game, and return is exactly the same. There's no queue, no hassle, no stress. And if you can't travel, they'll sort that out for you. You don't have the problem of losing your ticket and trying to get the money back or anything else.
I choose Fanfare because of the package. It's an all-in package, and the transfers and the flights. It's also very convenient.
Which team are you supporting today?
Man United.
This is not our core business. Basically sticking to our schedule, taking our passengers in out of London City and Paris, that's our core business. This is an extra thing doing the charters.
What we already did this year with the CityJet aircraft deal with the Avro, we had a turnover of €2 million. The product has just been launched in April with very few contacts and so on. It's just started, but it started really well. We are actively marketing the aircraft for more charter series from Paris, but also we're trying to develop the Irish and the UK business. And at the moment we are also trying to push the Italian market because we have an aircraft. We've recently opened a route for Alitalia to Milan Linate. So it means that we have an aircraft in Italy at the moment on the weekend. So we're trying to push that as well. So at the moment what is important is all the contacts we have with the brokers and also some contacts with tour operators. So we try to develop that, to develop further the charter product. Targeting maybe 3 million next year, even more, depending a bit on how the market is reacting. At the moment, everyone knows that the situation is a bit difficult right now, but the positive signs are already coming. We receive more booking right now, so hopefully 2010 will be the right year to really start and give a kickoff to the charter flights and to do more charter flights with the Avro together with the Fokker 50. It's very two complementary product. One is with 50 seats with small domestic flights, and the Avro with 95 seats and able to fly a bit further away.
We find the CityJet has been the best operator we've come across, and we'd be happy to stay with you as long as you're happy to stay with us.